Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Sometimes you hear about these cases that just stick with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And this is one of them, a young guy just full of life, arrested for something so minor.
Really tragic.
And then 13 days later,
He's dead
gone.
in police custody.
Yeah, it's the case of Michael Stewart in 1983, New York City. So many questions still linger. And that's exactly what we are diving into today.
We're taking a deep dive into The Man Nobody Killed. It's by Elon Green.
Oh, he's a great writer.
He is very thorough.
Yeah, this book is it's true crime, but it's also like really powerful investigative journalism.
And it gets into so much.
It does, and it just throws you right into this world, right? I mean, race, police conduct, and New York City in the early 80s, like that whole scene.
Oh, yeah. The book brings it to life. It really does.
Absolutely. And for those listening, this book really tries to piece together the circumstances surrounding Michael Stewart's death.
It's a tough story, but incredibly important.
It is. So Michael Stewart, he was a young black man.
Just 25 years old.
And he was arrested. They said he was writing graffiti in a subway station.
A minor offense, really.
And then 13 days later, he's dead in police custody.
Just unbelievable.
I know. And so the Green's book really tries to unpack like what happened, what were the events leading up to this, and also the fallout.
Right, like the legal battles, the social unrest. It was huge.
Huge. So one thing I loved was like just how Green really puts you in 1980s New York.
Yeah, he paints such a vivid picture.
He does. You feel like you're walking those streets, you're in the East Village, you're at the Pyramid Club, like you said, just buzzing.
And that whole graffiti art scene exploding.
Oh my gosh, yeah, with Keith Haring,
Wow.
Jean-Michel Basquiat, all of that.
They were everywhere. You could just feel the energy.
And for listeners, that's important because it really sets the stage.
Absolutely. Like you understand the context,
Yeah, the tensions.
the social dynamics. It all plays a part.
Big time. And speaking of all those different perspectives, Green does a great job of like looking at the investigation.
And the legal proceedings.
All of it. And he doesn't shy away from the complexities.
Or the contradictions.
He gives you the witness accounts,
the police officer's side.
the medical examiners, the district attorney's office.
It's all there.
And it makes you think, like how hard it is to actually figure out what happened.
When you've got all these different viewpoints.
Yeah, like whose story is the real story.
Right? It makes you question the whole idea of truth,
Absolutely. And I think, for you listening out there, what's really important is that this book doesn't just tell Michael Stewart's story.
It connects it to a much bigger picture.
Yeah, like police brutality and racial injustice in America. That's a huge part of this.
It's woven throughout the narrative.
And Green, he brings in other cultural touchstones. He mentions Dreaming Emmett.
Toni Morrison's play.
Yeah, powerful stuff. And Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing.
Oh, such a classic film and so relevant to this case.
It is. And you realize, listening to this, that these issues, they're not just in the past.
They continue to this day.
Sadly, they do. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a couple of things to keep in mind as you read The Man Nobody Killed.
Like what?
Well, the sheer amount of information.
Yeah, it can feel overwhelming at times.
It does. I mean, he did his research.
He did, and it shows, which is good.
It is. But for you out there listening, be ready for a deep dive.
Lots of details, different voices. It's complex.
It is. It's like putting a puzzle together sometimes.
Yeah, with some pieces missing.
And I think the most difficult part, and something for you to really think about, is that the exact cause of Michael's death, it's still unclear.
Even after all the investigation.
All of it. And the legal proceedings.
No definitive answer.
It's frustrating. But it also just shows, how complicated this case is.
And it raises questions about our justice system.
Definitely.
Like, can we ever truly know what happened?
And can we really find closure when there are so many unanswered questions?
It's something to ponder.
Yeah, big time. But with all that said,
Yeah.
we both agree, oh yeah, The Man Nobody Killed is an important book.
So well researched. So essential.
It really helps you understand this moment in New York City's history, and it's so relevant today.
To our conversations about justice, accountability.
Everything. And it's a tough read, but it's a necessary one. So we'd give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
A strong 4.5.
Yeah. So if this deep dive has sparked your interest and you want to read The Man Nobody Killed for yourself,
We've got a link to the book on Amazon in the description.
yeah, check it out. And if you like this discussion,
Hit that like button and subscribe to the show for more deep dives.
we love bringing these conversations to you.
We do.
And we really want to hear your thoughts on this case. What resonated with you the most?
Yeah, leave a comment below. Let's keep this conversation going.
Let's talk about justice, accountability. These are big issues.
And we need to keep talking about them.
We do. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the man nobody killed.
Until next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.